Hey there, CJ Math students. I'm going to help you out with homework 8.2, applying Pythagorean theorem. The first section, I want you to notice you can round to the nearest tenth. I also want you to notice that there's a difference between finding a leg and finding a hypotenuse. So problem number 1 and number 2, I'm going to do them both, but they're different types of problems. So problem number 1, notice I don't have a hypotenuse. So that's why it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So there we go, 8 squared plus 6 squared, 8 squared, my fault, equals c squared, so 64, should be square, not 6, sorry. 64 plus 64 is equal to c squared, and 128 is equal to c squared. Take the square root, and you have your answer of c is equal to 11.3, rounded to the nearest tenth, right? Now, this is completely different than problem number 2. Problem number 2, I do have a hypotenuse. So therefore, it's c squared minus a squared equals b squared. All right, so that's 13 squared minus 11 squared is equal to b squared. 169 minus 121 is equal to b squared. 48 is equal to b squared. Take the square root. And b in this case is equal to 6.9, so b. Right? So again, two different types of problems. One where you don't have a hypotenuse, that's a squared plus b squared, versus one where you do have a hypotenuse, that's c squared minus a squared. I'm going to leave the rest to you here on the front, these 3 through 6. So you've got to tell me which type of problem and solve. All right? Number 7. Contestants in a canoe race have to row 2,112 meters from point A to B. So from here to here, 2,112. A spectator standing 1,500 meters away from the starting line is taking photographs of the race. How far is the spectator standing from the finish? So basically they want this distance, right? So look at that. That's a hypotenuse, right? This is a right triangle. They want you to find the hypotenuse. So what are we going to do? We're going to do 21,112 squared plus 1,500 squared is equal to c squared. That's 4,460,544 plus 2,250,000 is equal to c squared. One more zero in there. And that gives you 6,710,550. 44 is equal to c squared. Take the square root. C is equal to 2,590 meters. So C is your answer. All right. Number 8 is very similar. Again, you got that right triangle. They want you to find this distance. You'll be using the normal Pythagorean theorem. Right. Number 9, a truck has a ramp that's 9 feet in length. At the bottom of the ramp is 8 feet away from the ground at its highest point. Express your, how far is the ramp off the ground at its highest point? Express your answer to the nearest tenth. So here's your triangle, right? You have 9, 8. Notice we have a hypotenuse, so we need to use c squared minus a squared equals b squared. So 9 squared minus 8 squared is equal to b squared, or 81 minus 64 is equal to b squared. And that gives you 17 is equal to b squared. Take the square root of 17, and to the nearest tenth, you'll get 4.12. So it is to the nearest tenth, right? That's what the problem says. Nearest tenth, 4.1. So A. Right? Look carefully at number 10. Should be pretty similar to number 9. Right, number 11. If the shorter sides of a right triangle are 7 and 8, then the hypotenuse is what? And notice how your answers are in square root form. So they don't want you to take the square root. They just want you to leave it. So 7 and 8, they want the hypotenuse. There it goes right there. So it's 8 squared plus 7 squared is equal to x squared, right? Because we don't know our hypotenuse. So 64 plus 49 is equal to x squared. When we take the square root, or when we add that, we get 113 is equal to x squared. Normally, you would take the square root of both sides and get out what x is, but here it's just square root of 13. And number 13, a rectangular flower bed is 9 feet wide and 12 feet long. Let's draw that. So 9 by 12. So here you go. There's your rectangle, 9 by 12. What is the length of the diagonal? So there's your diagonal. What is that? Let's say, well, we don't know our hypotenuse, so it's 9 squared plus 12 squared is equal to x squared, right? 81 plus 144 is equal to x squared. That adds up to 225 is equal to x squared. Do take the square root, and the length of the diagonal is not 225, but 15 feet, right? Circle your answer on that one. Number 14 is pretty similar. Again, draw a picture. Number 12, William walks to school each morning. He walks 6 blocks north, so he starts off walking 6 blocks north. There's 6 right there. And then he walks 8 blocks west. So to the west is to the left, so he walks 8 blocks west. 8. How much shorter would his walk be if he walked directly? So here's that direct walk, right? So here's his house, and here's school. And his normal walk is go 6 and then 8. So his normal walk is 6 plus 8 or 14, right? Now we want to find out, okay, how much shorter would it be if you could skip walking north and then west, if you could just walk in a diagonal line? So what do we have to do? We have to find how long this is, right? How long that hypotenuse is. So it's 8 squared plus 6 squared. Sorry, keep putting 8, 6, 8 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared. 64 plus 36 is equal to x squared, or 100 is equal to x squared. So take the square root of that. Our answer is x is equal to 10. So is that our answer? No, because the question clearly didn't state how long is the shortcut. It said how much shorter would his walk be if he could walk directly to school. So this is his direct route, right? This was his normal route. So 14 minus 10 would give you your answer of 4. You take the direct route, which was 10, subtract it from the normal route, which is 14. And how much shorter would his walk be? He'd be saving himself walking 4 blocks. Okay, great. Number 16 is very similar to it, so rewind and watch 15 if you have to. That's it. Call me if you have questions.